stuff like that. I mean, see, but one thing which I actually still feel now is it's just a temporary phase. I'm sure I'd come over it, but there are lots of learnings which I'm sure which I'd carry forward from what's happening right now. I'm sure going forward, I would still not say that I would say no to debt, but I would say yes to debts which I have a meaning behind them, or maybe a home loan, or maybe wherever I'm building an asset.
No need to buy gadgets and TVs.
No, in the last 4 months I've learned. No, you don't see an LCD here. But I'll tell you what.
No, you might aspire for one. There's nothing wrong with aspiring. But the question is the balance.
Deserve before you desire.
The balance.
I get that.
Should you? Can you? Is it the right time? What are your priorities?
True, and one thing which I've actually even learned in the last 4 months is how to live without money. Maybe that's a good learning for me and Gayatri too. But with the kid, it's a little difficult, but we have been able to scrape through. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before he bounces back, but even if he bounces back, I'm sure we have lots of learnings from this.
I'm sure you will bounce back. That's why we are here, and we'll work out a plan for you.
Out of this
The wife is very clear that she will be back at work in the next 3 or 4 odd weeks. She is talking about take home anywhere between 15,000 to 18,000. She says just formalities and paperwork is remaining. The company has given her an assurance that they're going to take her back. The husband is still looking. He doesn't have anything which is raising closure, but his expectations on take home, what he's negotiating, a minimum that he's negotiating, is about 30 to 35. When we're talking about a monthly take home as an income flow of about 55,000.
Which is fantastic. Which is really good news. Yeah. Because as and when that happens, the situation just suddenly starts improving enormously for them. Now let's say worst case scenario, even if they're not able to reduce or they have to pay all these liabilities, and like I said, gold worth 1.4 lakhs, and if they can raise an additional 2.5 lakhs on their loan, you see, their home is already mortgaged to the bank, right? The value of the house is about 8 lakhs, so they can get, and their outstanding principal is 3.5 lakhs, which means they can raise additional loan. Now what we are doing here is, we are doing a replacement of loans. So we are trying to replace one loan by another loan which is much cheaper in terms of cost. A home loan is about 8 to 9%, 9.25%.
Correct.
Versus the
credit card loans of 17%
that he's paying on a credit card, and versus the 17-18% on personal loans. So net, if he has this 2.5 lakhs and 1.5 lakhs from the sale of gold, he's got about 4 lakhs in hand.
Okay.
Now out of this 4 lakhs, number one priority, all the credit card dues must go, because that is 42% interest per annum. Which is absolutely killing. I mean, it's lethal, and it just keeps spiraling upwards. So yes, there's a big mountainous job to negotiate and bring that down, but that said, that's the number one priority for elimination. And then of course we move on to all the personal loans.
So you're saying so you're saying sell the gold, get about $1.5 lakh.
Yes.
Assuming we go with this option.
Yes.
The 2 lakhs,
50,000 is raised by an additional home loan. Now,
get an additional home loan on the existing home loan.
On the existing home loan.
Will they be offered the same rate of interest?
Because what typically happens is when you're buying a home, broadly everything is put into order quickly, because the way I see them is they are on a 2-month life support system right now. If they even go by the plan. Otherwise, I mean, it's a much more difficult situation.
Okay.
They just have money to last them. Even if they go by this option, they have money just for another 2 months, which means 2 months is the time within which at least one of them must 100% get a job, preferably both.
Subbu, Gayatri, we've spoken to the financial experts, and they've come out with 2 basic plans. One is a simple plan, one they describe as a slightly more complicated plan. I'm going to simply spell out what they're saying as of now, with a preliminary look at the case.
Okay.
And then you tell us what you would sort of want to go with. The first plan starts with the basic premise that you get a job. Both of you obviously need to get a job. You probably will get your job first because you're closer towards achieving that goal. What you do is, you need to target your credit card dues first, because those are very high interest loans that you're sitting on right now. So Gayatri, assuming you get your job in December, the financial planners say you should go ahead and on the housing loan that you have, which is about 3.8 lakhs, take a loan of another 2.5 lakhs. Now you might think this is immediately radical, but let's hear out the entire plan. Take another loan, she takes another loan in her name on that loan which she already had of 2.5 lakh rupees. You sell your gold at current market prices, you get 1,40,000 by selling that gold. Now, out of this total that you're getting, 2.5 lakhs from the additional loan plus the sale of gold, you clear off your entire credit card dues. So you get about 4 lakhs, you completely eliminate all the credit card dues. So you cut down basically by 2.1 lakhs. You can also, from the remaining amount, repay your all other existing bank loans. All of those high cost loans at 22%, etc., 17%, they all go. Get your EPF money out immediately, both of you. Chase that EPF money, put it in long-term equity funds. Do not touch that money and save it for your child. Your expenses cannot rise more than 11,500 if you want to get out of this mess. At least for the next year or 2 years. Still the situation is on some kind of a track. Then you of course go ahead, once you have this down payment through and you identify a house, you again have to take a home loan. And in that case, again your outstanding will increase. But you will not have this investment of 30,000 that you were doing, that you were keeping aside every month for a down payment.
That so automatically, go to EMI for
yes,
the home.
It will automatically balance itself out. Your gold is going to be intact. That is going to be another asset which you retain. And again, you take out your EPF money as soon as possible, put it in long-term equity funds for your son.
See, again it involves selling a bit of an asset which I think is an asset which I actually built upon. So, but again, considering the kind of situation that I'm in, I'm left with no other option but to take some tough decisions to get by. So plan A sounds very good.
Gayatri, you're okay with plan A? You're okay with selling gold for now?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Surabhi. It was a pleasure having you here. And
well, I hope what we've said and what we've shared has been worthwhile to both of you.
I think they have been, it's been very good plans and a very, an effective plan, I would say, for us to come over this financial turmoil that we are in. And I'm sure going further, we should, I personally say no more loans, no more credit cards. Make sure you save money, and when you buy something, it's your money, not someone else's money. Thank you so much.
Good luck to both of you. Good luck, all the best, and we're sure you'll do just fine. All right. The thing with this family was that they were very, very genuine. I was quite surprised actually. I did not expect them to be so receptive towards either of the plans, because the first plan involved them selling their gold, which they were very against when we had our initial discussions, and the second plan involved them selling their house. I thought they would refuse both plans flatly. So I was pleasantly surprised, very pleased that they were receptive, they were open, and I think they realized that financial planning is not just the immediate paying off, how to pay off a loan. They were quite happy with the fact that planners had put out a future roadmap for them as to how to start building assets, what to do about their child and how to secure his future, how to start getting back the gold which they will sell under the first plan. So I think they were reasonably happy with that, and their acceptance really took me by surprise very pleasantly. The family was happy. The smiles on their face were actual smiles of relief. I could sense that. They immediately felt that this is a breakthrough. They immediately felt that this is a breakthrough and they can achieve this. This is not something that cannot be come over. And I think that was a winning point.